Joining us now via Skype is a commercial solicitor, Akin Omishade. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast. Although the intention of the government is to protect the economy, especially when it talks about trade, but then how much impact is this inflation going to have on the economy and the people, Nigerians at large?
Well, thank you very much. The issue is when you talk about the effect of this border closure on the economy, let's look at the legal aspect of this issue. Is this border closure going to encourage direct foreign investment? If you look at it, Nigeria signed up to the African Continental Free Trade Agreement in August. Nigeria was one of the pioneer members of ECOWAS and the trade scheme. Now, is this not a protectionist step taken by the government? If we are supposed to encourage intra-Africa trade, how does this assist intra-Africa trade? And also, how does it boost the income or investment that we are expecting into the country? Talking about inflation, yes, this has a direct impact on the inflationary trends in Nigeria presently. The disposable income of the average Nigerian is less than $1 per day, meaning that there's just not enough money chasing the goods. And there are not enough goods, actually. Now we're cutting the supply of goods into Nigeria. That means prices of goods and services will definitely go up. Yeah. And when prices of goods go up, disposable income becomes lesser. Mm-hmm. Indeed, the government is trying to do its best to kickstart or reactivate or give boost to local production. My challenge with this step is there an enabling environment being created to counteract the effect of the border closure?
Okay, so in all of this now, definitely there are pros and cons of the border closure. But if we seem to always be looking at the federal government. Now, states have resources domiciled in their enclave. What's the responsibilities of state governors in this regard?
Well, first of all, you need to question, are the state governments actually generating enough for them to start their own macroeconomics? Most state governments are not doing that. I mean, the only viable state governments in Nigeria, and we can count maybe about 5 governments or 5 states that are actually viable. In saying that, for example, to take Osun State has enormous arable areas to develop agriculture. For example, tomatoes, which is one of the things that we are actually importing into Nigeria. What is the state government doing with the funds? Then, where state governments are unable to pay salaries, how do you encourage farmland or farm settlements, for instance? We have the success story of Kebbi and Lagos State. There was in Kwara State some years back when we had dairy. What have we done to continue these developments, these strides that we are taking? Until we continue with this, the state governments will be comatose, as it were. The state governments are not fully enabled to seize the opportunities.
All right, so are you saying that the measure being taken by the government is not as holistic enough, seeing that the impact seemingly seems to be outweighing the positives?
In the initials, yes, that is my
outweighing the positives.
In the initials, yes, that is my assessment, because if we are looking at the responsibility of the government to its citizenry, it goes in 3 ways. There's a social responsibility, there's a welfare responsibility, there's the economic responsibility, there's a legal responsibility to provide an enabling environment for the citizens, for the businesses, the SMEs as well. But in this instance, as I said, there will be pains initially. And we, the citizens, are feeling the pinch of this border closure because goods, essential goods that the citizens need are not enough. However, over time, the local production should be able to match the local demands. Equally, this should encourage investors to come and set up industries. And when I mean industries, it could be in manufacturing, it could be in agriculture, it could be in semi-processing in Nigeria, because we have already created that enabling environment. Until we counterbalance this, we are going to be struggling.
All right. Akin Omishade, commercial solicitor, thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you.
Well, joining us via Skype is a commercial solicitor, Akin Omishade. Thank you very much, Akin, for talking to us. Now, in all of this, despite the pros and the cons of border closure, how can the country harness the innate abilities of the young ones, especially in ensuring that we solve this problem, even though it might be possible that the border will remain closed for quite a while after January. But moving forward, how do we harness these potentials here to look inwards and develop ourselves?
Well, this is a very timely question that you have asked. This is an opportunity for Nigeria to take hold of the vacuum, of the space that has been created by the border closure. You will see that, of course, now there's scarcity of goods, and this is the time that Nigerians can begin deep. For example, the issue of creation of farm settlements will be a sure way of solving this issue. If we can create farm settlements in areas where agriculture is thriving, then of course we will create productivity. Not only that, it's an opportunity for us to offer. Technology is now developing. A lot of articles with people in Nigeria can now be exported. Now there's the knowledge and awareness that nations, African nations, are in need of our product. Another alternative is now for people manufacturers to outsource of Nigeria.
All right, if I may quickly cutting now, another issue is our conversation or communication with our neighbors, because there has to be some level of trade relations with our neighbors, looking at the fact that we have signed a Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. Beyond the border closure, how do we move on from here now with our neighbors?
Well, that is correct. Communication is key, because the spirit and intent of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement and the ECOWAS trade scheme, this border closure works against that spirit, because these agreements, these legislations, or these treaties are meant to encourage intra-African trade, which is expected to be the biggest trading bloc in the world. Now, if Nigeria, a major player in African economy, is shutting its borders, it sends the wrong message. Already the IMF last week stated that the Nigerian economy, which is favoring on recession or just in recession, this act will not assist the economy. Of course, we need to also realize that it is not just only for the kickstarting of the economy that the border has been closed. There are also security issues in this matter. If we look at it, the areas where the border has been closed, Cameroon, Niger, and to the west, the Republic of Benin. If you look up north and to Cameroon, there's the issue of insurgents or terrorists. So this is an issue that we also have to take into account. And we need to communicate with our brothers, our other African brothers, that yes, this is not just for now, but it is also for the future good of Nigeria and the continent in general. We need to engage with them. We need their collaboration. We need their assistance to make this work.
All right. All right, Akin Omishade, thank you so much for talking to us on this.